If climbing stairs has become harder after 60, it's probably not because your knees are wearing out. That belief is common, and it sounds logical. When stairs feel heavy or unstable, we blame the joints. We assume damage. And slowly, we start avoiding something that used to feel automatic. But in many cases, stairs don't become difficult because the knees suddenly fail. They become difficult because leg strength quietly fades over time. Every step up requires your thighs and hips to lift your full body weight. Every step down requires those same muscles to slow and control that weight. When those muscles weaken, stairs start to feel steeper. Balance feels less reliable. Confidence fades before pain becomes obvious. This gradual strength loss has a name. It's called sarcopenia, and it doesn't announce itself loudly. It shows up in small moments. Standing up from a chair feels heavier. You rely on your arms more. Going downstairs feels more stressful than going up. Here's the part most people never hear. According to research summarized by the National Institutes of Health, when adults over the age of 65 perform simple, targeted resistance exercises for about 10 to 12 weeks, leg strength improves by around 38%. That number isn't abstract. It reflects a meaningful change in how the legs produce and control force. And that change matters because stair climbing isn't about endurance. It's about strength and control. The ability to lift your body, and just as importantly, to manage your weight safely as you move. This is why many specialists focus less on blaming stairs or joints, and more on restoring the leg strength that supports them. Today, I'm going to walk you through 3 exercises that follow this exact logic. They begin with the simplest movement your legs must handle every day, then gradually build toward the kind of control that makes stairs feel safer and more manageable again. If this topic matters to you, share your age and where you're watching from. And if you know someone who avoids stairs, share this with them. Small, consistent changes in strength can lead to big changes in daily life. Now let's look at the first exercise. It may seem simple, but it directly targets the strength difference we just talked about. Exercise number 3. Slow sit to stand. This is the movement that connects directly to the 38% strength change we just talked about. Before stairs can feel easier, your body has to regain one basic ability: lifting itself smoothly using the legs. That's exactly what happens every time you stand up from a chair. And it's the same pattern your body uses to step up onto a stair. When this movement weakens, people often adapt without noticing. They push off with their arms. They lean far forward to create momentum. Or they drop back into the chair quickly to avoid effort. Over time, these habits reduce how much the legs actually work, and more stress shifts toward the knees. The slow sit to stand is designed to reverse that process. Instead of rushing, it teaches your leg muscles to produce force in a controlled way. Instead of relying on momentum, it rebuilds strength where it's actually needed for stairs. Research summarized by the National Institutes of Health shows that when adults over the age of 65 perform simple, targeted resistance movements for about 10 to 12 weeks, leg strength improves by around 38%. This improvement is closely linked to better chair rise ability and smoother stair climbing, because both movements depend on the same muscle groups and coordination. That's why standing up from a chair is often used as a functional marker of mobility and independence. When this one movement improves, many daily tasks begin to feel easier at the same time. To perform the slow sit to stand, place a sturdy chair against a wall so it won't move. Sit near the front edge with your feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. If possible, cross your arms over your chest to keep them from assisting. Slowly stand up using your legs, taking about 3 to 4 seconds to rise. Pause briefly at the top, then lower yourself back down with the same level of control, taking another 3 to 4 seconds. Avoid dropping quickly into the chair. That removes the strength-building benefit. Also avoid pushing with your hands unless absolutely necessary. The goal is not speed, but steady effort. As this movement becomes stronger, many people notice the change first in everyday moments. Standing up feels lighter. The first few steps on the stairs feel less demanding, and confidence begins to return before the muscles even feel strong. Once this foundation is in place, the next step is learning how to stay stable when your weight shifts onto one leg, which is exactly what happens on stairs. Exercise number 2, lateral weight shift control. When climbing stairs, the hardest part is often not lifting the leg. It's the moment when your full body weight moves onto one leg and you have to trust that leg to hold you. Each stair step requires a controlled side-to-side weight shift. Your hips must stay level, your knee must stay aligned, and your body must remain steady long enough to push into the next step. When this control is missing, climbing stairs feels tiring, unsteady, or mentally stressful. This exercise trains that exact stair movement. The muscles along the outer hip and upper thigh help keep the pelvis stable while weight shifts from one leg to the other. If these muscles are weak or slow to respond, the body compensates by leaning, gripping the handrail, or rushing the step. Research supported by the National Institutes of Health has shown how important this control is. A 2016 NIH-funded study reported that older adults who improved hip stabilizer function experienced a 28% improvement in balance during lateral weight shift tasks, movements that closely mirror stair climbing mechanics. To perform this exercise, stand next to a low step with a sturdy chair or railing nearby for light support. Place the foot closest to the step fully on top. The other foot stays on the floor. Take a brief pause to feel steady. This is not a step-up exercise. There is no goal to climb higher. Slowly shift your body weight toward the foot on the step. Keep your hips level and your knee tracking in line with your toes. The movement should be slow and controlled, just enough to feel the leg supporting you. Then slowly shift your weight back toward the foot on the floor. The foot on the step stays in place the entire time. Do not push forcefully with the floor foot. Perform 3 to 5 slow, controlled weight shift repetitions on the same side, then step away, switch sides, and repeat. A common mistake is rushing the movement or turning it into a full step onto the stair. Another is relying too much on the support with the hands. Light support and slow motion allow the body to relearn balance. With consistent practice, weight shifts during stair climbing begin to feel smoother. Each step feels more stable, and the body gains confidence in supporting itself on one leg. This kind of control makes climbing stairs feel easier, calmer, and more predictable. Exercise number 1. Standing hip extension. When climbing stairs, one leg is always doing more work than the other. While one leg steps up, the other must stay steady, hold your body upright, and keep your balance from drifting backward. If that standing leg feels weak or unstable, climbing stairs quickly becomes tiring and uncertain. This exercise trains the leg that stays behind. The muscles at the back of the hip play a key role in stair climbing. They help keep your torso upright and support your body as you push upward to the next step. When these muscles are weak or slow to activate, people often lean forward too much, pull on the handrail, or feel like their legs are giving out halfway up the stairs. Research supported by the National Institutes of Health shows how important this is. A 2018 NIH-funded study found that older adults who improved hip extensor strength experienced a 32% improvement in functional stair climbing ability, including better control and reduced reliance on handrails. To perform this exercise, stand facing a sturdy surface such as a countertop or the back of a chair. Place both hands lightly on it for balance. Your feet should be hip-width apart, and your posture should feel tall and relaxed. Slowly move one leg straight back a short distance. Keep your torso upright and avoid leaning forward. The movement should come from the hip, not the lower back. Keep both hips facing forward and the standing leg steady. Pause briefly, then slowly bring the foot back to the starting position. This is 1 repetition. Perform 3 to 5 slow, controlled repetitions on the same side, focusing on keeping your balance and posture steady. Then switch legs and repeat. A common mistake is swinging the leg back too quickly or arching the lower back to create more movement. Another is gripping the support tightly and letting the arms do the work. Light support is enough. With regular practice, the standing leg becomes more reliable. Pushing up each stair feels smoother. The body stays more upright, and climbing stairs requires less effort and less concentration. This exercise strengthens an essential part of stair climbing, helping each step feel more supported and controlled. Climbing stairs becomes harder for many people not because their legs suddenly lose strength, but because each step starts to feel uncertain. The body hesitates for a split second as weight shifts onto one leg, and that hesitation adds up. Over time, stairs feel tiring, stressful, or something to avoid altogether. What makes the biggest difference is not forcing power, but restoring trust in that weight shift. When the body learns how to accept weight calmly and stay steady from one step to the next, climbing stairs begins to feel more natural again. Each step feels more predictable. Balance feels more reliable. The movement stops feeling rushed. The exercises you've just learned focus on that exact foundation. They train the body to stay stable while weight moves from one side to the other, and to keep the standing leg strong and supportive as the other leg moves. This kind of control reduces unnecessary strain on the knees and lowers the mental effort required to climb. With consistent practice, many people notice subtle but meaningful changes. They grip the handrail less tightly. They pause less often. They feel more upright and confident as they move upward. Stairs no longer feel like an obstacle, but simply another part of daily life. The key is simplicity and consistency. A few controlled repetitions, practiced regularly, can have a greater impact than pushing harder or moving faster. Give your body time to relearn balance. Let control come first. Strength and confidence will follow. If climbing stairs has started to feel more difficult than it used to, this is a practical place to begin. And if this video helped you understand why stairs have felt challenging, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit as well. I'd love to hear from you. How old are you? And what part of climbing stairs feels hardest right now? Leave a comment below. Like the video if it helped. Share it with someone you care about. And subscribe for more senior health guidance focused on strength, balance, and independence.